Hello, all you hardcore boxing fans out there. How are you doing? It's Russ here from Porky's Corner, the biggest gob in sport. Now, I did say that if people are going to keep making threats to me on the telephone or sponsors and emails and that, and they know who they are. We spoke about these people before. I'm not even going to mention the names because there's no gonads, have they? But this is how I look at it. I won't be bullied or intimidated by any boxing managers or friends of boxing promoters or anybody. My opinion is Tyson Fury versus Derek Chisora is a risky fight. Derek Chisora is already walking around like talking like Scooby Doo. He's walking around with a war hat on. He's lost 7 of his last 15 fights. He don't bring a wars anymore. You know, he's a fighter that's give his all. British Commonwealth European champion. He fought for a world title against Vitaly Klitschko and got beat, but he didn't disgrace himself. He turns up for his battles, but he's more famous for what he does outside of the ring. You know, he's a bit eccentric and that. I've heard his big heart, well, that's good, but somebody needs to save him from himself. You know, people are taking advantage of him. It's a gimme fight for Tyson. So they're taking advantage of him. Furies, they're saying, yeah, last thing you lose is your power and he's durable and it only takes one punch. Look at Dylan White for Vetkin. Look at Buster Douglas, Mike Tyson. Look, when they start coming out with things like that, it's a gimme fight. All right. Bricktop, aka Frank Warren, said years ago that Derek Chisora were finished. David A knocked him out 10.5 years ago. Bricktop said then he were on slide. Tyson Fury said he should retire after he fought Caballel in Monaco. Derek got schooled by Caballel. He's 12 losses out 45 fights. 7 out his last 15. He's just fluked to win over old man Pulev in his 40s. But Derek's 40 next year, and who's going to save him from himself? Nobody, are they? Well, these people on the fringes of boxing and who hang around these people who put these fights on, do they seriously think that they're going to stop me putting videos out? No, I'll just put more out. If that affects your pay-per-view, tough. Ring me up and speak properly on telephone. Don't speak over me. Speak properly like gentlemen. And then we can have a conversation, can't we? Don't scream and rant and rave, and certainly don't ring my sponsors up. They just laugh at you anyway. Right, they think you're cranks. But my argument is this. Does that mean other YouTube outlets are going to get aggravation like me? Hey, are these other YouTubers, are they going to these media days knowing that they can't ask questions? Because if that's the case, well, what are they going to these media days for? Is it just for views and money? Is that what they are? Just downtrodden and beaten up? I mean, I look at all these old timers, and some of them I have got a lot of time for, but I look at them and this is not what they say to the wives and girlfriends when they go on while the mates in pub. They know what's going on. Steve Bunce. I've got big, massive books here that Steve Bunce has wrote. Ron Lewis, I've followed him years. Oliver Holt, Paul Dempsey, Colin Hart, Pat Sheenham. They all know what's going on. But when you're in bed with the promoter, you're friends with the promoter. When the promoter's taking you out to lunch and all that, you can't question them. They're controlling the narrative. That's not me. That is not me. But if these old timers that are all controlled, if they're pushing the narrative in the newspapers, the YouTubers that want to be like them, they're going to do the same, aren't they? Look, IFL, Seconds Out, Boxing Social, ID Boxing, all of them, Behind the Gloves, Fight Hype, none of them dare say a word on the social medias that Fury Chisora is a crap fight. It's a dangerous fight. It's a fight about money. 27 quid for pay-per-view. And from what I've heard, the undercard is a shocker. utter shocker. Does that mean nobody's going to ask any questions? Why are these people doing their jobs if they're not going to ask questions? Are they frightened of these people? They're old farts. They're old farts. That's all they are. Old men. They're all washed up. Nobody's going to say a word. Frightened to death. Hey, a lot of these people I know, don't bitch to me when you see me at shows or behind scenes or speak to me about stuff like this, shows like this, and then go be part of it. It's a crap fight. Chisora's not worthy of a world title fight. It's not even a sparring session for Tyson. It's a move around. He could take him out anytime he wants. He is that good. Look, Derek Chisora has been a great servant, but he sounds like Scooby-Doo. I'm not bothered what promotional things he does or PR stunts, whether he's turning up, in a Rolls Royce or a Del Trotter three-wheel van, or covered in white paint, dressed as Joker at Batman or whatever, or with war hats on. The guy's a raving lunatic. He needs saving from himself. He's not going to beat Fury. He ain't got a chance. You're going to get hurt. He's already knocked about. He's already been knocked about. And after this fight, they'll probably feed him to Joe Joyce. He'll just keep picking up money, but he's already slurring his speech. He's 40-year-old next year. It's embarrassing, this. It's embarrassing. Gee. Unbelievable. These media people, they're part of the problem. These media people are part of the problem because they're pushing the narrative. They're pushing that, well, Chisora pushed Usyk, load of rubbish. Well, it's up to you, the fans, innit, to decide. That I won't be watching this. I'll watch highlights, but I won't be paying for it. I won't be paying for it at all. But I just want to give a big shout out to Spartan Demolition and Civil Engineering and Welcome Estates, big property magnates in Spain. Hey, but Bricktop, I know you're listening. All them rats around you are listening. All I want to say is this: at least Dick Turpin wore a mask. 27 quid for pay-per-view for this. With a shocking undercard. It's not even a stacked undercard. You should be embarrassed. Secondary ticket markets. After everything you said, you don't care for boxing. You care for money, Bricktop. If you've got a problem, come see me. Not hard to find. You muppet. Come on, peace out.